Hi, BrenTech here, where tech is made simple. So Windows has a feature called the Windows Registry, which you can get to by just heading to your search, typing in registry or just reg, and you click on the relevant entry, and there we go. So this is the Windows Registry, as you may well know, which basically is a long list of settings that specifies what options are enabled in Windows, like what values some settings take. It can specify where programs can be found, and that's just two examples of another 100 things that the registry is responsible for. And I, over the years, have just referred to the registry as the so-called brain of the software and the operating system. Now, what happens in the Windows registry is that when a program is added, you install a new program, new registry entries are created, and old ones then can be overwritten and modified. But the downside of this is that after several years of use and installing and uninstalling programs, it isn't uncommon for the Windows registry to have a whole lot of unused registry entries from the various programs that you've been installing and uninstalling. So because of this buildup, it's very common, especially back in the day using a mechanical hard drive, to use a registry cleaner to so-called clean out the registry. Because basically at the end of the day, a registry cleaner goes through the Windows registry in search of abandoned registry keys that aren't used anymore. And then what it does is it basically deletes those keys in the hopes of saving space and increasing performance. So that's what registry cleaners are thought to do, especially back in the day with mechanical hard drives. So in this video, I'm going to present you the argument as to why I don't recommend using a registry cleaner, which, by the way, I haven't used a registry cleaner now, I would say, in the last 15 years on a Windows PC. And since I have abandoned using and stopped using a registry cleaner on my Windows devices, I have much fewer Windows update problems and stability problems on my Windows devices, which I think a big one is due to the fact that I've stopped using a registry cleaner. So basically, here's my argument to not use registry cleaners on Windows. Now, a so-called uncleaned registry, even after a few years, will only measure a few hundred megabytes in size. Now, considering that modern storage is ever increasing and just getting larger and larger, where you get hundreds of gigabytes or even terabytes on some drives, that little bit of space that the registry is taking up at the end of the day, especially on modern day drives, I don't think is going to be a big negative. So cleaning the registry isn't going to make any appreciable difference in your available space, especially on larger modern day drives. And in regards to performance, and especially with your modern day drives, your SSDs and your NVMe drives and so on, in regards to performance, I don't think a couple of unallocated or unused registry entries are going to affect your performance. Because as mentioned, back in the day, when you used mechanical hard drives, it was thought that those unused registry entries, but not the case with your modern day drives. I think that's a given. And your Windows registry is a very integrated and integral part of the operating system. And it's very integral to the stability of the OS. So deleting things, especially if you don't know what you're doing, can seriously impact the stability, the running of your PC, and in the worst case scenario, can brick your machine. You can basically all have to reinstall Windows if you delete the wrong registry keys out of your registry, especially using a registry cleaner, because a registry cleaner could remove a registry key related to something important in the operating system, which is most likely to occur after a major Windows update. Depending on what it deletes, it could cause serious issues and even brick your machine, as mentioned. So I recommend staying away from registry cleaners completely. And I'm speaking from personal experience. So if you want to get rid of a program, use the actual uninstaller of the actual app or the program you are wanting to get rid of. Don't just delete it out of program files or whatever. That's going to cause serious issues on your system. Now, while we are talking about uninstalling programs and the registry, I have posted a video which has helped quite a few folks out. How to completely remove apps and programs on Windows, which is something I do after every uninstall. And I'll leave that video linked down below and somewhere here in the end screen, where I'll show you how to remove any registry remnants, because we are talking about the registry today, leftover folders and temporary files that may have been left behind, because that's something I do after every uninstall, so I don't have to use a registry cleaner. Go check the video out. It's helped a couple of folks out. So let me know your thoughts down below. Do you use a registry cleaner? Do you agree or disagree with what I've said in this video? Let me know your thoughts down below. Always interested to hear. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.